is an energy reading for what you see is what you get. I have already some guides coming up. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning. So when I surrounded the room in positive energy, I was using my Isis statue here. I always pick whatever I'm drawn to. So all these different things are I was specifically guided to pull them for the reading. Okay, so I visualized my sphere around the room, and then I called in the guardians. And right away, I had some really Egyptian energies coming in. Even though I was using my Isis statue, right away I was feeling Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the lioness, the goddess Sekhmet. And she has a lion's head, and she has like a humanoid body. And I had some just very kind of strong kind of energies coming in, not as like gentle types of energies, like an angelic kind of energy or something like that. Nothing really like that. So more of like a masculine kind of energy coming in, like a force coming in a bit. And also it felt like a foundation. It felt specifically like that. Something, so not masculine in exactly an overly like a really dominant kind of way. It wasn't exactly a really dominant energy, although that can be there with the masculine energy, but it was more like a very grounded foundation strength kind of energy coming in. And there are some feminine energies coming in too, for sure, but a lot of them are connected specifically to this pantheon. Okay. Okay, so then where do I go next? All right, so then to surround myself and you, to surround you, I used my dragon here. And this was another kind of energy coming in, this kind of bird kind of energy coming in. I thought about using my feather. I thought about pulling that, but then I felt like I shouldn't pull that, and I was guided to pull the dragon. So I'm pulling the guardian dragon, and this is specifically a guardian energy. So there again, this kind of, and this is like, this is a dragon who guards a gate, or actually really this is a lion who guards a gate. But for me, he represents my dragon. And in this case, I'm feeling to say the lion too, but also the dragon. I'm going to say both. I'm going to say the lion and I'm going to say the dragon. You have both of these energies coming in. So this like cat kind of energy, this bird kind of energy, they're both there, but this bird energy is very, very dominant in the reading. This is very prominent in the reading for sure. Okay, so and to surround myself, I use this purple fluorite here. This is another very protective kind of energy stone. It's all about psychic protection, but also psychic abilities in general, but also specifically psychic protection, psychic clearing too. Okay, what do I get into? I have so many things pulled, and I feel like I want to make sure that I get them all set in the right order. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go into my other crystals next. So then I have this peacock ore here. This again is about cleansing all the chakras. By the way, the music that I was playing at the beginning when I got the code name was blah 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 blah. What was it? Solar plexus. I was about to say sacral. No, it was solar plexus music that I was playing. Again, this is a chakra that's about strength. It can be about physical strength, but it's also like an inward type of strength that you're amassing so that you can do something with it. And there's also like an activation kind of feeling with this too. And like an awareness, and you're like aware of what to do with the energies that you possess. Well, this is more of a feminine energy. So this, like, there's this inward knowing where to put your energy, knowing what to do. That's your feminine, psychic, intuitive energy. And then you have this energy of doing it, putting it out, manifesting. This is the masculine energy. But there's especially this energy of getting grounded, getting like solid in your space. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go into these runes here. So I actually pulled 4 runes as well for this reading. I was kind of surprised that there's Celtic energies coming in as well, but I don't necessarily feel like it's a Celtic energy coming in. I just felt like I was supposed to pull runes. And there are specific messages that the runes give, so that could be the sole reason, really. Or maybe it is a little bit of Celtic energy coming in. But anyway, this first one is Wunjo. This represents joy. That's Wunjo. Also comfort, harmony, but it also represents like a new vision or a new awareness of yourself, and spiritual reward, spiritual understanding, this kind of thing. This is Uruz. Here we go again. This is the ox. And Uruz is all about physical and inward strength. Strength to be able to fulfill a purpose or to do something. So Wunjo is basically, it's like you have this spiritual understanding that you're coming into, and Uruz is about the physical opportunity manifesting for you to be able to use the energy that you possess. It's also about physical grounding. I'm even getting an energy like being certain. Okay, this is Sewelu. This is the sun. This is the 3rd rune that I pulled. So Sewelu again is all about health and vitality. Uruz is about health, strength, stamina. Sewelu is about this also. And Wunjo is also just about being like up, being in a good mood, in a higher kind of energy. So these are a lot of good things really that you have within yourself that you're going to be letting out, or that you are already letting out. So this can be now, or this can be in the future, but probably more like, if you allow it, it's more like a more near future. All right, and then we have this, it's kind of like present passing into future, okay? That's what it feels like. So a little bit present and coming into the future. That's really what it is. I want to be clear on that. So this is Gibo here. That's really more the time frame that I'm sensing, again, if you allow these energies. And if you continue allowing them now. So Gibo is gifts. Gibo can be physical gifts, again, like opportunities. Sewelu is like success. Sewelu, it's not just vitality and strength, it's also success and like an outpouring of it. That's a word I'm getting, outpouring. But also, and also like almost like the sun is smiling on you. So you're given success and happiness and these different things. That's that type of energy coming towards you. Now, Gibo, gifts, this can be spiritual gifts, but a lot of times it's physical gifts, physical opportunities, physical health, understanding of what to do. So this does feel more like the masculine side of things, like almost like you already understand what to do and doing it. So coming to a completion. So it's like you have to have the feminine energy to know what to do, but once you know what to do, then the masculine energy is going to do it. It's going to manifest it. It's going to put out the vision that you are holding. Okay, so I'm going to get into my other crystals now. Okay, so I have my malachite here again. This is psychic protection. It's also grounding. This fluorite also is good for grounding. Not only the psychic protection, even this stone, the peacock ore, is good for grounding. All of these really, other than I would say I have a couple of higher energy stones here. I have blue kyanite. I specifically pulled 3 of these. They're just little shards here that I have, but I specifically pulled 3 of them. So this is the throat chakra. This is really good for manifesting, expressing yourself, expressing your will, your divine will. And again, what you're going to do and putting it out. So this is specifically about putting it out, putting out your energies in a physical way and having the power to do it and knowing what to do. And also your guides are confirming that you are coming into a time where it's like you are more and more solid. You're becoming, or you're going to become very solid on what your purpose is. This is something that they're bringing to you. And this is important. Okay, so my other crystals here, I have my, I have my fluorite. This one too, this is a nature stone, so this is also good for grounding. It's also good for clearing and healing as well, and calming, which is important for grounding. Then I have my crystal quartz here, and oops, a little crystal shard fell. All right, and that was I have a little rose quartz crystal shard in here. It fell out, so maybe I'm supposed to note it too. And this is my selenite wand. So these two, the crystal quartz, they are again about clearing. They are really good for clearing specifically. So I'm not going to so much mention it as being a higher energy coming through. Normally I do that, but for this I'm specifically feeling like clearing and grounding. Okay, I'm going to put my runes back over here. Now I'm going to get into some of the other stuff that was coming through during the code name. So, like I said, there were these Egyptian energies coming in. Now, Egypt, the Egyptian pantheon, any reading that I've given, and even from what the council has told me and just interactions I've had with some different Syrian kinds of races, always the Egyptian pantheon is very much associated with Sirius and coming from there. Now this bird energy, most people speak about like a mermaid kind of person from Sirius, which is true. But I have also run into this bird type of race, which I've never really heard about, but I always end up feeling this kind of bird race, which is also from there, specifically from there. And I had okay, here it comes again. I have this very male energy coming in, very, very bird-like, like not really using words, like more sounding almost like a bird, like like these bird kind of raspy kind of bird kind of sounds that I can't make, so I'm not going to try again. But these kind of sounds like that, and it actually reminds me of this movie. I'm going to try and find a picture of this. Maybe there is one, and I don't know if you ever saw this movie, but I saw this when I was a kid. It was called Titan AE, and there's this one scene on this planet where there are these humanoid birds, and it looked like that a little bit to me, or it may have just been showing me that picture, actually a picture of that movie to get that across to me. I never would have thought of that movie. Haven't seen it in so long. Um, and like instantly this was coming in as the origin. I didn't even need to do anything, didn't need to talk about anything else. This came in so quickly right at the beginning. Um, and then you also do have this cat kind of energy coming in with Sekhmet, because she was coming in specifically very strongly. You also had Ra coming in. That was another energy that was coming in. But Sekhmet felt almost like an energy representing more than one thing that is around you. So there's also this feline energy that I have to mention there too. Boss, I have coming in, but especially Sekhmet, this lioness energy. Not so much this house cat energy like Boss, but this lioness kind of big cat kind of energy, tiger, lioness, this type of thing, panther. So I have that coming in, but this bird energy, this is more the origin. Okay, right. So they're reminding me of the other stuff that was coming in when I was getting the code name. And so basically, they were showing me something. It almost seemed like it had to do with film or like some kind of presentation where you are like taking something that you want to get across and you're putting it out where others can see it and be affected by it. And this could be something that goes out to a lot of people. And this is something kind of more future, I would say, obviously, but that was what it was feeling like. It could be film, specifically where you're making films. It could be acting. Or it could just be some kind of presentation. Like maybe it doesn't exactly even have to do with film, but it's some kind of presentation, a speech, something. You are doing something where others can see it, others can view it, and it's like you're changing their mind about something, and you are influencing multiple people at a single time if they're open to it. And you're putting your ideas out through some kind of media. It feels like some kind of media, and you are putting just like these ripples out, rippling your like ideas out. So film would be one way to do that. But it is coming in this way specifically as a possibility, actually, because they're kind of getting across this energy almost like you have the ability. You have the ability to do it. You have the presence to do it. And I'm getting this feeling from them again, like almost like you can almost be a little bit in people's faces, but not exactly in like a, not really in a negative way, but just like you are almost like a strong presence or force. Like when you are yourself and when you feel comfortable to be yourself, then you just kind of let go and you're in your own space and in your element. And I get the feeling almost like you can get others to like you or respect you. You kind of have this gift to be in the presence of others and they can be near you, but at the same time not really affect you so much, as like a lot of empaths and things. And I am saying empath because you are a star seed, so all star seeds really are empaths. But they're basically saying you're not really affected so much like other empaths are in this way. They are saying you can still, go into nature, ground, clear. It's important to ground. And this is something really important coming in, this grounding thing. That you have to be really grounded to get what's going to come to you and get what's coming in. And I get the feeling from them, they're kind of going to give you some hints in this reading to kind of lead you in the right direction. But I also get the sense that you're already going in the right direction. You're already going to find it on your own. It was meant to happen regardless of this reading or not, obviously. But there is this energy of like knowing what to do. And there's also this air kind of energy coming in. Like usually when I set my circle, I usually start in the north. When I'm calling the energies to guard the space, I call like the guardians of the four directions. Usually I start in the north. This time I wasn't starting in the north. For a little while I was starting in the east. I used to start in the east, but I always start in the north lately. This time I started in the east. And east, this is air. The eastern direction is over the element air. And air obviously has to do with not only this bird-like energy, but it can have to do with things like media, communication, travel, and expressing yourself in certain ways where it's going to be heard over some form of media. So this can be radio, anything that's like out, broadcasted through the air. And that can even be your own voice. If you're just in front of a crowd of people and you're just discussing something, talking about something, giving some kind of presentation, whatever it is, this as well, it's your voice going out over the air, and they're even showing me a mic. So it's something being used to put your voice out in this way. It has definitely to do with media, though. That's one of the words coming in. So you have a strong sense of purpose. That's something coming in. You have a strong sense of purpose. But it specifically has to do with your ideas being put out where others are going to be influenced by them. That's something that I'm going to say very, very strongly. That's coming in extremely strongly. The outlet, obviously, you're going to be drawn to. So I'm telling you the outlets that are kind of coming in the strongest way, in the clearest way. So, like I said, film, acting, directing, or some type of presentation where you are like speaking to groups of people. These are some of the things that are coming in, and media, this is a word coming in, but like I said, you are going to feel out um, how exactly to put your ideas out. I'm just telling you some of the things coming in, but that is very strongly coming in. So that I'm saying definitely. It is you expressing what you know and think and feel and believe in, and you are putting it out where a number of people can see it, where anybody that chooses to can be affected by it, influenced by it. And you could affect a lot of people in a big way by doing this. You could have a big influence by doing this, a big impact by doing this, if you choose to go down this route of media. This is a word specifically coming in, of some type of media. And again, they're saying that you have the personality for it. Like, you can laugh and make jokes and people can like you, but they're saying that this is actually a gift. It may almost be like a hidden gift, like you may not really get how this is helping you or impacting you. It might just be something that you do that you're sort of almost unconsciously aware of, or maybe you know that you have it, but you don't really view it as something special about you. It's just normal. But not everybody, they're saying quirks. Not everybody has those quirks. Not everybody has your way of talking. Not everybody has your way of shining, of standing out, of being who they are in front of others. So I got a couple more minutes here. So I'm feeling my root chakra, and he's basically just saying that that it's very important to be grounded, in who you are, and to really feel out your sense of purpose and this drive that you have and this passion that you have, to get your ideas out. I'm getting a feeling from him like you need to get your ideas out to others. And this needs to be a focus. Getting your ideas out to others, getting your beliefs out to others. And he's saying, how can you do that? And that this is a question that you should focus on. And I'm getting this phrase, primary aim. Like almost like that is your primary aim, your goal that they're presenting. And that, again, I really do feel like that is definite. This idea of getting ideas out to others. How you do that might be your own interpretation, of what's coming through. So it might come to you a little differently, but that is something he's saying. That is like a power that you have of standing out and of getting the word out to others, getting yourself across to others. And this is important. I'm almost, I'm almost getting this energy, almost like in a sense, it's like manipulation in a sense, like getting people to listen, persuasion in a way, getting people to unwind, you know. So it's not really manipulation, but I'm not really sure of a better word for it exactly. Persuasion in a sense. But he's saying helping. It's helping. But almost putting something out that can influence them. So it is influencing them. It is influencing their minds. Media influences people's minds if they choose to allow it anyway. So obviously this is by the choice of others. So you're not like forcing them. So this is not like a negative persuasion. This is if they allow it. But it is a persuasion, persuading them to change their minds, about something that's negative that they're doing, persuading them to view something in a positive way that they see negatively or vice versa. So in other words, showing them the truth. Okay, that's all that they have to say. Okay, or that's all that he has to say. All right, well, I'm already over. So if you got something to say it fast. But I have this feels like whoa, this feels like a female energy coming in. Okay, so I'm just supposed to let you know at the end here, there's another guide here coming in. You had this Sekhmet kind of energy. This is another, yeah, this is another like bird woman kind of energy, but this is a female. So this is another guide coming in. But I don't have time to, go into anything from her. She's coming in at the tail end, and obviously she knows that. But there is this other energy coming in as well. Even though she's female, again, there is like definitely a kind of dominance, a kind of masculine, very solid kind of energy with these people. Actually, that makes sense. Syrian energies normally come in that way with like more masculine energy, whereas like Pleiadian, they come in with like a more kind of feminine energy. But this energy is going to help you ground now. Okay, so thank you so much. What you see is what you get for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I really hope that this benefits you and helps you on your path in whatever way you feel, whatever way you allow. Thank you very much. Namaste.